Welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. We're Perch Jerkin with Captain Matt Merten on Lake Winnebago.
Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Yes, folks, a beautiful breezy day on Lake Winnebago, and I've been excited about doing this all year, going perch fishing with my buddy Captain Matt Merten, and he's got us in comfort style today, I would say, on this beautiful pontoon boat. Now, Matt, when you guide for perch fishing, how many folks can you get on the pontoon?
Maximum of 6 is with the license, so I'm one of the few. If you don't have a pontoon boat, odds are you're not going to fit 6 people on there. Typically with our conventional walleye fishing boats, it's 3, 4 is very tight.
So it'd be nice to get a group of people together, come out here and do some perch jerking. But you know, let's take it. You've lived on Lake Winnebago most of your life, and what I like to ask is, you know, we had some down years with perch, but the perch have come back really well, haven't they?
Yeah, the last, I would say, 3 or 4 years have been excellent. The year classes that we're seeing, it's going to be good for a while.
Well, Blake was excited about coming today because she wanted to take some perch home.
We're going to make that happen.
All right, buddy. Hey, folks, so show what we're using and how we're using it. All of that coming up right after this.
Folks, here's your chance to win a 2023 Wolverine X2 XTR from Yamaha. One lucky winner takes home this incredible machine. This side-by-side has maximum comfort, power steering, factory-installed winch, and a full dump box. Enter today by going to GillespieFishing.com. Click on the Wolverine X2 XTR Sweepstakes banner. This sweepstakes is brought to you by your Yamaha dealer and Fleet Farm. Meet Chris McGillis of McGillis Weimer, experienced personal injury lawyers.
You know, they come in and what we do is we want to hear their story. We want to make sure they're okay. We want to give them guidance. A lot of times we call it quarterbacking their case, right? Help them put themselves in a position where they can get the best medical treatment, they're taken care of. What we want to do is make sure that the only thing they have to worry about, John, is getting better, right? We focus on everything else.
Hey, welcome back, folks. Perch jerking in comfort on Captain Matt Merten's pontoon. And folks, get a group of people together, come out and do this because it is comfortable and it is fun. Perch fishing, bait is extremely important. And you called me last night and said we had to find hellgrammites. Hellgrammites are really good?
Hellgrammites are definitely probably getting 3 or 4, maybe 5 bites for every night crawler or worm or butterworm or...
They're that effective, hellgrammites. Yeah. Now, talking about butterworms, they're only available, I think, at Fleet Farms, but the butterworm is like a fat waxworm, and those are really good too?
Yeah, the bigger fish are coming on these big fat worms or the hellgrammites, but yeah, butterworm has definitely been out fishing the red worms or night crawlers.
Let's go. Hey, here we go, Blake. I got my first one of the day.
Nice.
Let me see here. Here he comes.
What do we got?
And good eater size. Look at that.
Yum. And
now,
how many can we keep?
You can, Matt, how many can we keep, buddy? Do you know? Offhand, I think it's 25, but I'm not sure. We'll look that up and tell you on the next one.
Wow, he was hungry.
Yeah, now that's about the bottom of the ridge there for keepers right there.
Now I got one.
Pretty relaxing way to fish, isn't it?
That's a nice
Yeah,
perch.
hold that out. Now, how big is that one, Matt? That's pushing 9 and a half, right?
I'll bet you that's over 11.
That's over 11. Yeah, hold them out. I mean, that is a beautiful perch right there. And Blake,
wow.
If I had to ask you, what is your favorite fish to eat?
Perch, especially when you make a good perch fish fry.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Matt looked it up. Each person can keep 25 a day.
Awesome. And
So,
this is a good eater size, right?
Now, do you know what bait that one was on?
I think it was on the Fleet Farm worm. What are they called?
The butterworm. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got there, Blake?
I don't know. Oh, it's a big bluegill.
Oh, seriously? Get him in. Get him in.
nice bluegill.
That is a beautiful bluegill.
Wow. Is that, typical to find bluegills where the perch are?
Good question. I'll ask that to Matt, but hold your hand up to him, and I can't believe how thick those are.
Oh my gosh.
And the bluegill fishing has really come on strong on Lake Winnebago, hasn't it, Matt?
Yeah, we've been getting some real tanks, picking up a handful of them with perch fishing in some spots. There's some big bulls.
Oh, nice hook set there, Matt. It was like a hook set on a muskie, and now that size right there, what is that, about 9?
Yeah, it's a good 9, yep.
Okay, and what is your deal here? You keep anything over 9?
I myself, I like 9s and above.
Okay, hold that one up. I mean, that's a real nice perch there.
I would say it's a male.
This is the ultimate relaxing way to fish, folks. We can use 3 rods apiece in Wisconsin, and Matt's got these rod holders set up right here. And the important thing, Matt, is to sit and watch your rods. When you can see any kind of a hang on or a did-it, you set the hook right away. But Matt, how close to the bottom should you be when you're fishing for these perch?
John, every day is different. Some days the fish want to actually see it laying right on bottom, but typically rule of thumb is going to be 3 to 6 inches off of bottom.
I don't know what this is.
All right, let's see here.
Oh, another bluegill.
Oh, yeah, another fatty bluegill.
Yeah, they are fat.
Yeah, hold them up to your hand so you get an idea, folks. I mean, that's probably a 8-incher, but look at the width on that thing.
Yeah, they got a tummy, that's for sure.
Isn't this relaxing?
Oh, this is a great way to fish.
You know?
Bring some kids out. It's a beautiful way to fish.
And we're going to cook some Johnsonvilles a little later on. But so are you keeping track of which rod has which bait on it?
Yes, this one had the green worm, which I have never seen
Green
before.
nightcrawler.
Yep.
Ooh, a nice grab.
Got my
there.
rod over.
So it's just kind of a hang on the bite, Matt? A lot of times just weight on the rod tip?
Well, with the roughness, a lot of times when they come up and they're nibbling on it, it hooks them right then and there. So then when you look over the next time and you see that your rod is tacoed over, he's hooked.
And that's the middle rod again. That's weird. Oh, here he comes. There's a dandy right there.
That's a blue perch.
What do you mean a blue perch?
It's got a blue face to it. It's like 1 in 10,000. I don't know. This is the first one I've actually ever caught.
Is it a subspecies or?
I don't know. You have to ask somebody with thick glasses and one of them white suits.
Yeah, really. But that is a blue perch.
I would say that is definitely a blue perch.
And that's also a big perch.
Yeah, it's good 9
That's 10 and a half, I bet. You know, folks, when I used to fish Lake Erie, the captains over there used to drag their big anchors to stir up the bottom. And Captain Matt Merten does something similar here. And you want to draw the perch in with noise, Matt?
John, what I like to do is just get this so that the bottom is right about here, and then every time that the boat goes up and down, it makes a little noise, and it stirs up the mud. And when the fish see a mud cloud from a distance, they think that there's a feeding frenzy going on, and they come racing in.
That's interesting. And like I said, the guys on Lake Erie used to do that with big anchors, and a lot of times they would actually keep their big engines running when they were perch fishing too. So noise can attract perch.
At certain times, I think noise can attract all of them. The walleyes also, we've noticed sometimes will come to it.
This is fun, folks. All right, let's see what we have here. Ooh, there's a nice perch right there, folks. Take a look at that guy there. Now, that's probably 9 and a half, maybe 10. And I'll tell you what, we talked about it at the top, but these Lake Winnebago perch are absolutely delicious. And just on that little butterworm there, and again, these butterworms are available at Fleet Farm, and I think that's the only place that you can get them. And I'll tell you what, they're working today. Yes, sir, you just put the chain down. I wonder if that helped get that fish in. Ooh, that's a nice one, Matt. That's a 10, isn't it, buddy?
Yeah, I'd say it's a good 10.
You know, I want to talk a little bit about the fall. When you think about perch fishing on Winnebago, September and October can be really good months to fish the perch, right, Matt?
Some of the best of the year is yet to come. It's just getting started. I would say just in the last 2 or 3 weeks, it just started to pick up, and now it should only ramp up from here.
All righty.
Uh-oh, I got
Let's see what we got here, Matt. Now we should mention we're catching a few sheep's head amongst these perch, but now that's another 9.5. And Matt, it seems like in the wintertime that we even get bigger ones, right?
Yeah, last winter was that was the year of big fish.
And you guide for the ice fishing, right?
Sure do.
Yeah, and that's a lot of fun. You got the beautiful warm shacks, and nobody gets cold, and it's easy for you to move in those shacks too to find the fish, right?
Yeah, all in all, last year there was deep snow. We were struggling a little bit, but we made it work.
What do you got now?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's see. Here he is, and we got ourselves a...
Oh, that's a jumbo.
Look at the size of that bluegill Matt Merten. I mean, that is a big fish, isn't it, buddy?
It's a good one.
Well, that's 9, isn't it? I'll bet. But look at the width on that thing. And again, those are pretty common, that size, Matt?
They have been lately. While we're perch fishing, we're catching, I don't know, maybe half a dozen of these bulls.
Well, you're catching my 2 favorite fish to eat today, perch and bluegills.
Yeah, this is high quality fish trip.
Yes,
here.
it is. There we go, Matty.
Yep, that's a
all
good
right,
one.
buddy, and do another nice eater. Hey, you know, for folks that don't know, Lake Winnebago is one of the largest freshwater inland lakes in the country. And you look at the size of this lake, Matt, and you want to come out and do some perch fishing, generally speaking, other than hiring you as a guide, what do guys look for structure-wise?
Typically, you can find perch near a reef. Typically where the transition is from rocks to mud, right about on that line is a good spot to aim for, just for a rule of thumb.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm. It's the season-ending trailer clearance. When you buy any trailer, you get a free $100 Fleet Farm gift card.
We are fishing Lake Winnebago in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. A 1.5-hour drive from Milwaukee, 2.5 hours from Chicago, and 4.5 hours from Minneapolis.
Live imaging shows you what's below in real time with edge-to-edge clarity and no gaps in coverage, all so you can turn must-watch detail into non-stop action. Only from Humminbird.
Folks, you see us talking about the Johnson Pump washdown kit every week. On a charter boat, pontoon boat, any boat, it's really a great thing to have. Now, you guys get a lot of blood on your hands, so what do you do?
John, this washdown pump right here, the Johnson, just spray it right off, and obviously we got quite a bit of blood on the back deck, and this thing will take care of it.
So you actually use it while we're out here fishing so the customers don't get blood and everything on them.
Exactly.
And again, that's the Johnson Pump washdown kit. You love it?
Love it.
Eagle Claw, the pick of the week. The balsa-style slip-float bobber is meant for more sophisticated fishermen. Eagle Claw, the only hook made right here in the USA.
Yeah, Matt just popped 2 perch in a row there. Let's see. Oh, another bluegill. I'll tell you what, though, folks. I'd come here to bluegill fish. When you look at the size of these bluegills, I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous. And they're mixed right in. But look at the width of these things. That's what amazes me. And you like to use those yellow-colored Eagle Claw hooks. Does the coloring in the hook help attract the fish too, Matt?
I like to think so, John. Some days the red ones and yellow ones. Green ones are also another good one. I don't have any. I'm all out.
Yeah, and Eagle Claw's got a nice selection of those. I'm glad we didn't move, Matt.
Me too.
Seriously. And I do think that chain that you put down there, you wiggle that once in a while, that does draw them in, doesn't it?
Calls them in. Look, I got fish laying all over the floor of the boat.
And there's times when you can only use one rod, you told me?
My bait's spilled. Yeah, there's times when all the rods are cleared.
Wow.
Ooh, this one's a fighter. Hopefully it's not a sheep's head.
Let's see what we got there, Blakey. Ooh, that's a nice perch, isn't it?
Look at the way he just ate that. I think that was on the good old butterworm.
You know what's interesting, though, is you know, a little while ago, butterworms were catching all the fish, and I was just going to say that now the hellgrammites are doing it, and it's kind of funny how that changes, but it tells you how important it is to have all the different types of bait, right?
Absolutely.
And what do we have today with us?
We got the how do you pronounce it?
Hellgrammites.
Hellgrammites. We got the green Canadian night crawlers. We got the butterworm, and that's it.
Earthworms. We got actually little redworms too. But I mean, yeah, have them all with you because you don't know, you know, what's the hot bait.
And that's what's nice about all of us having 3 different rods.
Yep.
We can do 3 different baits.
Hey, Blake, come on over. I got one here, Blake.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'll tell you, I got my legs up, sitting here,
relaxing.
catching perch-a-rooties.
Johnsonville's on the grill.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. That's a nice one, isn't it?
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. No, we just started the grill. We're going to have some Johnsonville brats. Isn't that nice?
Yeah. So we lost our wind. Do you think that will affect the
You know,
perch?
that's really a good question. I don't know, because we had some pretty good wind when we got out here this morning, and they were biting right away. When it calms down like this, Matt, is that a bad deal?
I like to see a little bit of wave action. Glass calm is usually not too pretty good, but just enough to keep your baits moving up and down.
And you prefer sun?
I do. I like sunny days better than cloudy.
Hey, whoa, I don't know what this
You've
is.
been fighting this one for a while.
Oh my gosh. Wait till you guys see the size of this big bluegill.
Oh my gosh.
Holy Matt, this is a world-class bluegill here, buddy. Look at the size of that fish.
Oh,
Look at that. That is a real army tank right there.
we got him.
We'll measure them, folks, and I'll tell you on the next fish, but
You thought that was a sheep's head.
I thought it was a sheep's head, and that's about a 9.5 incher. And I can't get over these butterworms. You know, I never used them before. And what did they say, Ryan, about at Fleet Farm?
The only place that has them in stock right now.
Fleet Farm is the only place that has the butterworms in stock right now. Yeah, and you probably should call the store before you go. Okay, Matt, you just measured that fish. How big?
It's just tickling 10 inches.
Isn't that amazing, buddy? And
A solid 10.
now, you haven't used those butterworms much before. What are you thinking, buddy?
Not much. I'm a believer.
And they'll be good for ice fishing, you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, hold that out. I mean, that right there, you don't get a much bigger bluegill than that in Wisconsin, do you?
No, once in a blue moon in 11, but these are built like battleships right here. These are tanks.
You know, tailgating is coming up for the football season, right?
Yes.
And that means Johnsonville's. And what I do is a lot of times I'll cook the fresh Johnsonville brats and the fresh Italians for the main meal.
Yep.
But for hors d'oeuvres, I really love these beef and cheddars because they're pre-cooked, smoked sausage with special Johnsonville spices, and then they stuff them with cheddar cheese. And again, they're pre-cooked, so all you got to do is put them on the grill for a few minutes until they're golden brown, and then I cut them up into little, you know, pieces with
cheese or whatever,
with toothpicks in them, and people go nuts. All right, Matt, up front, we delivered one to you. This is a Johnsonville beef and cheddar.
How good is that?
Perfect.
Yeah, you taste that cheddar cheese?
Those Johnsonville people, they know what they're doing.
Absolutely. They're so good. I can't wait to have one.
Johnsonville beef and cheddars. Look for them at your favorite retailer today. Yay! Here we go. Coming off that big old bluegill. Well, we got ourselves a eater-size perch there. This is so cool, folks. If you get a group of people together and come out and do this, and again, the limit is 25. And Matt Merten is one of the few guys I know that will actually clean your fish for you. So, Matt, you do that as for your clients, right?
During the summer, excuse me, it's pretty important to get the fish clean so they don't get warm or whatever. During the winter, we send them home with the people, but during the summer, it's imperative to get them cleaned and cooled down ASAP. This one feels heavy enough. Oh yeah.
That's a nice perch. That is a dandy,
Just
buddy.
barely.
That is a dandy. Hey, Blakey, here we go, and here he comes. Ooh, look at that.
That's a dandy. We got our wind back.
Yeah, the breeze is gonna. Look at how he ate that, though. Now that's on a Hellgramite, and you know, Hellgramites can be kind of hard to find this time of year, folks. And I really believe that so far in our little experiment today, that the butterworms are in second place or in first place. But Matt, as you get deeper into fall and Hellgramites are tougher to find, what do you use out here? You stick with redworms and that?
John, I've still always, 95% of the time, you're going to see me out here with worms, whether it be red worms or chunks of nightcrawler.
It's now time to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2023 Fishing Contest. This week's first winners, Lisa Dorley of Luck, Wisconsin, caught this 10-inch sunfish on a lake using a worm. Spencer Long of Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin, caught this 40-inch snook salmon on Lake Michigan using a flasher fly. Lewis Davis of Fox River Grove, Illinois, caught this 45-inch northern pike on the Winnipeg River system using a spinner. Chris Riley of Zimmerman, Minnesota, caught this 49-inch muskie on Leech Lake using a bucktail. And this week's first kid winner is Blaze Florlich of Manitowoc, Wisconsin, caught this 13.5-inch crappie on Lake Winnebago using a stick bait. And Leah Junk of Manitowoc, Wisconsin, caught this 17-inch walleye, and it was her first fish ever. Each week, I shop online at fleetfarm.com to check out the latest deals. This week, save $40 on the Simpson Mega Shock Gas Pressure Washer, on sale for $319.99, and save $30 on the Mr. Heater Quiet Burner Forced Air Propane Heater, on sale for $119.99.
I'll tell you what, folks, I've been a proud user of AMSOIL for many years, and us sportsmen a lot of times not only have a truck, but a boat, an ATV, a snowmobile. And how do you figure out which AMSOIL product to use in each machine?
Yeah, that can be a challenge sometimes, and you know, we make it easy. We've got a lookup guide. You just go to amsoil.com, you put in your vehicle, whatever it may be, whether it's a boat, a wheeler, a truck, a trailer, whatever. You pick out your product, it tells you how much and which product to put in. Real simple.
And one thing I want to mention too, AMSOIL does a ton of research before you even put the product on the market. You make sure that it's the best.
That's correct. It's years in the making for a product to launch. There's a ton of research and development to make sure that it's going to protect like it's supposed to.
And folks, to find the AMSOIL you want, go to amsoil.com.
What's the difference between a good net and a great net? Simple. It's all in the features. Fortis nets by Clam Outdoors are tough, safe on fish, easy to use, and a telescoping handle. Learn more about Fortis nets at clamoutdoors.com.
Yay, Blake! My side of the boat was hot for a while.
Oh, this is a nice perch, Dad.
Let's see. Oh, that's a gore. Yeah, lip them and show the folks. Now, when you come out and catch 15, 25 perch like that, I mean, what an excellent fish fry. And they're fun to catch too, aren't they?
Oh yeah, it's a very relaxing way of fishing, and these perch are delicious, and Matt cleans them. I mean, what a better day you could have.
I got to admit today, Blake, you've been pretty brave with these Hellgramites, and they're not what you call good looking, are they?
No, I probably shouldn't have gotten my nails done before.
No, but so you just put that on the hook, cook it through twice, right?
Yep.
And you're
Honestly,
good to go.
I just do it in the tummy.
But the looks on them, they're kind of freaky, right?
Yeah.
Well,
they don't have teeth, but I thought they did that first.
I'm just proud of the way you're handling them. Maddie Merten. Blake just caught one and
Get in the boat.
what's that? That's a 9, right?
Oh yeah, all day.
And you know, so seriously, Matt, you're cleaning all of our fish for us.
Of course.
We can just sit and watch you?
Yeah. Probably even drink a beer.
Oh, okay.
Just another perch.
Hey, guess what, folks? Fleet Farm is opening up a brand new store in Muskego, Wisconsin.
And we'll be there for the grand opening, September 23rd, from 10 to 1 p.m.
Yeah, come on in and talk fishing, take some pictures. And again, it's a brand new Fleet Farm store in Muskego, Wisconsin, and we will be there when what time?
September 23rd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
We'll see you there. Ooh, I'm getting hot in the back of the boat now. There we go. Now that is just a good, solid eater right there. Another thing I want to mention, folks, about Matt's guide service is obviously the comfort of fishing on a pontoon. But folks don't have to bring anything. You got all the equipment and everything, Matt?
Yeah, John, I have everything that it takes to catch a fish. The only thing that you need is a fishing license and your lunchbox with food and drink.
See, the back of the boat's getting hot now as we're about ready to leave. I mean, not a huge fish, but that's a cleaner right there, isn't it, Matt? That's
perfect.
9.
It's a good
right
eater.
There. Yeah. Hey, here we go, Blakers, and Dad's having a lot of fun here. Oh, that's a pretty nice one right there.
That's a decent fish.
You know what we're gonna do? You know, we fished what, 6 hours and caught a whole mess of perch. We're gonna go back and see how Matt cleans these for us.
Let's do it.
Matt Merten guides all of the Winnebago system on a daily basis. For more information, give Matt a call. That phone number is 920-410-2206. 410-2206.
If you are a spring walleye fisherman, grab some of these. They're an incredible bait. Kalins, rattling google eye, hair jigs. Right there, Ryan. Ooh, that one pounded it. Wow, dude, that is my first cast. Beautiful walleye right there on the hair, man. Perky, lively, smacking hair jigs. Doesn't get much better, does it? Big, fat, chunky spring walleyes.
Oh, Pete, I'm getting too old for this. So, John, you haven't heard of Brian's Custom Steps? Oh, Pete, those are awesome. How can I get a set? Yeah, I love these big no-slip platforms, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. For more information on Brian's Custom Steps, call 920-315-0333.
Wow, this is going to be a very delicious fillet of perch, and that's a lot of meat for one perch.
Half a perch.
Oh, there you go, and you have a few more to go. But thank you so much for today.
You bet, it's my pleasure.
And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish yet, but we'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm Blake Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.